Welcome back to World-Beater Wrestling. This is a fan request. This one comes from Christine Simpson, who asked about the crossface in pro wrestling. So I guess the correct way to lock on a crossface, different ways to do it. Now essentially a crossface, whether it's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, catch wrestling, pro wrestling, it's any movement where you manipulate the head and the neck to neck crank or twist it in a different direction, generally using your forearm. So if my opponent was on their back, if this were submission grappling, generally you'll see the crossface referred when we use our shoulder and our arm across the face from various positions. So we're turning the head, generally across the jaw. In a catch wrestling sense, which is what I'm going to go for today, if our opponent is up in a, let's say, seated position, and maybe we're going for a crossface from here, we would go across the jaw, we would lock our hands together. Normally a gable grip works best, and I like to put my elbow in nice and tight on the trap or the upper back, like here, to wrench it that way. If the elbows are out and flared, you can do this all day. It's not really gonna do any damage. As soon as those elbows are tucked in, we can wrench and crossface from there. So this is more like a catch wrestling style crossface. So to put that into a pro wrestling realm, I suppose when a lot of people hear crossface, they think of the crossface we're going to use today is from this frontal position. So we're going to trap our opponent's arm. The way you do that, you can either go the inside leg trapping over, you could also go outside leg if you wanted, but we're going to trap the arm. I see a lot of people do it like this. Okay, a lot of people, they just lock their hands up and they're wrenching here. I mean, this is pro wrestling, we're doing everything for a show. So by doing that, yes, it does allow our opponent to show their emotion, show their face to the crowd. But in reality, pulling the neck back this way isn't a lot of pressure. Their neck's pretty strong, their upper back's pretty strong. This isn't gonna do a whole lot. So if we use that catch wrestling style and we use our forearm across the jaw, our elbow in the back, this is going to put a lot more pressure. You'll also notice that turning the chin away from the shoulder starts to work the shoulder joint. Okay, so we're separating head from arm. So personally, when it comes to crossfaces in terms of the proper way, I believe this is probably the best way you can do it. It pays respects to catch wrestling, and it just looks a little tighter, a little more brutal in front of a live audience. So again, from this position, we want to trap the arm, forearm across the face until you can manipulate that neck to the side, lock the gable grip, which is just our thumbless grip, and then from there we're just going to wrench. Tuck your elbow in as much as you can and wrench from there. Okay, and that's our crossface hold. Apply that wherever you like, wherever you see it fit. Just look after your training partner because it's not the most fun of positions to be in.
If you want to see more videos like this, click on the subscribe button, spread the word. And if you have any questions or requests for World-Beater Wrestling, don't be afraid to comment below.